Welcome, everyone. I am Mickey Ibarra, founder and chairman of the Latino Leaders Network. Welcome to our virtual 2020 Republican Convention Series event honoring Texas Land Commissioner George P. Bush with the Eagle Leadership Award that continues a proud tradition dating back to the 2008 Republican National Convention in Minneapolis. Now, while regrettably we were unable to host the 62nd Latino Leaders Luncheon Series in Charlotte as planned, we have an excellent 30-minute program to share with you today. In addition to honoring Commissioner Bush, we will present retiring Congressman Will Hurd of Texas with the Chairman's Award, and also hear special guest remarks from the Honorable Ileana Ros-Lehtinen and Congressman Mario Díaz-Balart of the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute, our community partner. We are also joined today by the board of directors of the Latino Leaders Network, who are residing coast to coast, joining us to display their support for our mission of bringing leaders together. A big welcome to Rudy Becerra, who joined our board following his retirement from the Coca-Cola Company in 2018. Rudy was honored along with Ambassador Gary Vasquez at this very event during the 2016 convention in Cleveland. And now, a word from our premier sponsor. A big thank you to Andrew Baldonado at Edison International, the premier sponsor of today's program. Delivering sponsor remarks for Edison International is our friend, Pedro Pizarro, president and CEO of one of the nation's largest electric utilities, a PhD in chemistry from Caltech, and also a graduate of Harvard, as well as a proud Puerto Riqueño. Welcome, Pedro, and thank you so much for your support.
Good afternoon. I am Pedro Pizarro, President and CEO of Edison International, the parent company of Southern California Edison and Edison Energy. SCE serves one of the most diverse areas in our country, so it is important that we reflect that diversity on our board and on our team. We are honored to support the Latino Leaders Network. First, let me congratulate Commissioner George P. Bush for receiving the Eagle Leadership Award. Thank you to the Latino Leaders Network and Chairman Mickey Ibarra for continuing to fulfill the mission of bringing leaders together to celebrate our progress. In sharing our stories, we inspire the next generation of leaders. It is important that we continue to highlight Latino elected officials at all levels of government who are representing our community with distinction. Today's honoree is no exception. It is imperative that our elected officials are representative of our diverse communities. Commissioner Bush is an example of why it is important that we exercise our right to vote. It is a fundamental principle of our democracy at an important time for our country. So please get out and vote. Thank you.
We also thank Peter Villegas of the Coca-Cola Company for serving as our network sponsor. Peter is a longtime friend of the Latino Leaders Network who leads the Latin Affairs Office for Coke, and we are grateful for his outstanding support. And a big thank you to Lydia Martinez and Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Latino Leaders Network, our partner since 2007. And congratulations to Lydia, who recently announced her retirement next month after a 30-year career with Southwest. We also want to thank MacArthur Stevens of Geico and Angie Garcia Lathrop of Bank of America for serving as VIP sponsors today. Finally, we are grateful to El Tiempo Latino and Rafael Ulloa, executive editor, for serving as our media partner. They do a great job of covering our events in Washington, D.C. and around the country. Our special guest today served for nearly 30 years in the U.S. House of Representatives from South Florida. She distinguished herself as a foreign policy expert championing the advancement of freedom and democracy for all. As past chair of the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute, the Honorable Ileana Ros-Lehtinen led the charge in Congress for legislation establishing the National Museum of the American Latino and has recently joined the board of directors of the organization continuing the struggle to get it done, the Friends of the National Museum of the American Latino. Ileana will deliver greetings and give us an update on the campaign before we present the awards today.
Gracias, Mickey, and good afternoon. Thank you for all the hard work you do at the Latino Leaders Network. As a board member of the Friends of the National American Latino Museum, it's an honor to be here today at the Republican Convention Series to get the word out about our quarter-century-long campaign, our latest victory, and what you can do to help. As the largest ethnic group in America, it is critical to have an American Latino museum in the nation's capital. There are 30 million visitors each year to the National Mall in Washington, D.C., yet there is not a single permanent exhibit on the American Latino history and our culture. Friends is a 501c3 that strives to create a museum in our nation's capital to educate, to inspire, and to encourage respect and understanding of the richness and diversity of the American Latino experience within the U.S. and its territories. Today, we are closer than ever to making it a reality. This summer, the House of Representatives passed the National Museum of the American Latino Act by unanimous consent with over 290 co-sponsors. This legislative effort has always had bipartisan leadership from the start, and this bill is truly representative of the broad support we have. It's now time for the Senate to take up and pass this legislation this year. Help us call on our leaders to do the right thing by visiting AmericanLatinoMuseum.org for more information on this bill and how to contact your senators. Join the conversation online by using the hashtag #LatinoMuseumNow. I'm privileged now to congratulate Land Commissioner George P. Bush, honored today for his outstanding leadership. Commissioner Bush has dedicated his life to public service, working as a public school teacher in Miami after graduating from Rice University and serving in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan as an officer in the U.S. Navy. As Texas Land Commissioner, he ensures that veterans receive the benefits they've earned, manages Texas state lands to produce the oil and gas that is helping make America energy independent, and watches over investments that can earn billions of dollars for public education. I'd also like to congratulate mi amigo Congressman Will Hurd. Since being elected in 2014, Will has worked hard to deliver bipartisan results for the 800,000 Texans in his congressional district, regardless of party affiliation, to help make sure our kids are best prepared for the future, that our country is protected, and that our nation continues to be the leader of the free world. Both of these leaders have been strong supporters of the push for a national museum of the American Latino, and we're so grateful for the instrumental role they have played in this initiative. Mickey, thanks again for having me here and providing a platform for inspiring Latino leaders to share their personal stories of obstacles overcome to achieve success. Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you, Ileana. The Chairman's Award is presented to an outstanding leader dedicated to bringing leaders together to uplift the Latino community. Today, it is my honor to present the Chairman's Award to Congressman Will Hurd of Texas. Texas Monthly and Political Magazine both called him the future of the GOP. His efforts to put good policy over politics clearly struck a chord in a country that is often consumed with what divides us instead of what unites us. He will be missed in Congress. His outstanding leadership, commitment to inclusion, and friendship with the Latino community has earned him this recognition and respect. Congratulations, Congressman Hurd.
Hey, y'all, I'm Congressman Will Hurd. I'm disappointed we cannot all be together tonight to celebrate what I'm sure would be an exceptional evening recognizing great leaders in the Latino community. Ever since I was first elected in 2014, I've been asked a million times, how does a Black Republican keep getting elected in a 71% Latino district? My answer has always been the same, porque yo soy un Latino en mi corazón. For over 15 years, the Latino Leaders Network has been bringing our diverse communities together and fighting for the least of our brothers and sisters. It's a great honor to be recognized for achievements by an organization that has such a fabled history of helping people around the country. Representing a majority Latino district has been both an honor and eye-opening. There is a need for us to continue doing what we have been doing, playing a vital role in our industries for the advancement of the Latino community. In my time in Congress, I've had some legislative lows, one of them being 2 signatures short of a successful discharge petition, which would have led to a DACA fix being put on the president's desk. We will never stop fighting for those folks who are truly already part of our American family. People like John Lewis taught us that this kind of work may be long and hard, but it is indeed righteous. At the same time, I've also had some legislative highs, being the lead Republican with my friend Jose Serrano, Pete Aguilar, Tony Cardenas, to get the National Museum of the American Latino Act unanimously passed out of the House of Representatives. After 26 years, we finally did it. When my time in the House of Representatives is coming to a close, it doesn't mean my time participating in the fight on behalf of the Latino community is coming to an end. It's actually just getting started. Thank you to the network for this recognition. God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
Congratulations again, Congressman. Our next speaker, Congressman Mario Díaz-Balart of Florida, is currently serving his 9th term in the United States House of Representatives. Acting tirelessly in defense of individual rights and liberties, Congressman Díaz-Balart is well known for his advocacy of human rights and democracy around the world. He is the vice chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute and will now deliver our honorary tribute.
As Chile co-founder and vice chair, I welcome you to the Latino Leaders Network Republican Convention Series. The Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute is dedicated to fostering a broad awareness of the diversity of thought, heritage, interests, and views of Americans of Hispanic descent. Chile's mission is to prepare, connect, and honor leaders by providing opportunities for professional growth and also leadership development. I'm so proud to serve as vice chairman of this extraordinary organization, alongside my colleagues in Congress and friends. Today I'd like to recognize 2 very distinguished people who happen to be good friends of mine. First, my colleague, Congressman Will Hurd of Texas, who's being presented with the Chairman's Award. Will Hurd is an effective member of Congress, trusted and respected by all of his colleagues, Republicans and Democrats alike. His in-depth knowledge of national security and cyber issues and the different threats to the United States is frankly unparalleled. Will has served our country with honor, integrity, and distinction. I was fortunate to get to really know Will, working with him, trying to fix our broken immigration system. He's super bright, humble, but most importantly, Will is a true American patriot, and I'm proud of being his friend. And secondly, Commissioner George P. Bush, who today is being recognized with the Eagle Leadership Award for his positive impact on the lives of Latinos living in our great country in the United States. Now, I first met George P. through his father, my friend Governor Jeb Bush, many years ago. Now, interestingly, even when he was a lot younger, you could tell that he had that special quality, that thing. You see, he has always been caring and active and always working to help others. George P. Bush is an extraordinary leader, a leader who makes all Americans, including his remarkable family and his friends like me, really proud. Once again, congratulations, Congressman Hurd and Chairman Bush. It's an honor. It's an honor for me to know you both, and I look forward to the great things that you both will continue to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. And now the Eagle Leadership Award presentation. Commissioner Bush, on behalf of the Latino Leaders Network, I am pleased to present you with our Eagle Leadership Award for your outstanding leadership in Texas and among the Latino community. Commissioner Bush will now deliver remarks.
Buenos dias, amigos. Thank you all very much for having me. Being with my friends at the Latino Leaders Network is always a pleasure, and receiving the Eagle Leadership Award is a true honor. This award is given in recognition of significant impact on the lives of Latinos living in the United States, and I'm humbled that you believe that I am worthy of this honor. While I'm proud to represent a broad coalition of all Texans, of all 28 million people in my state, I'm certainly mindful of my example as a Hispanic public figure. As a child growing up in a famous family, my parents fought hard to preserve my connection to Mexican culture. Spanish was spoken in the household, and the values of hard work and community were instilled in me not only by my dad, sino también por parte de mi madre. Like many other children of color, I experienced the darker side, regretfully, of our country. I encountered racism and was called ethnic slurs on the baseball field or in the school halls, but I never lost sight of the power of what my father once called the right to rise. This is the Lincolnian view that in America, anybody can be somebody, that every person gets a chance to do something special, no matter who you are, where you live, or how you look. And that's exactly the story of our community. It's certainly the story of Hispanic Texans. In fact, you can't tell the story of Texas without talking about Hispanics, even the story of our founding. It was Tejanos who helped turn the tide against Santa Anna during the Texas independence. We think of the founding of Texas and we think of names that stand the test of time like Houston and Austin. But there were other Tejanos who were less famous, but no less important in that struggle, like de Zavala and Navarro. These heroes defied a tyrant, and because of them, Texas became a free and independent republic. Today, nearly 200 years after that struggle, we again look to the leadership of our great state, and we see two Hispanics that are elected statewide, including myself. I'd like to say that as Texans, we all drink from a well that we didn't dig. It was a well that was dug by the founders of our state. The same applies to our country. It is our job to ensure that this well continues to serve all Americans for years to come. That's why, as Texas Land Commissioner, I've worked hard on issues that impact the lives of everyday Texans. I've worked hard on public education, where millions of Texas children, majority of whom are Hispanic, are being trained for the opportunities of tomorrow. I chair the Permanent School Fund, which provides a large source of revenue to public schools, and have fought really hard for school choice and parental choice in education in our state. I've worked hard on economic development so that jobs and careers are available to all of our people, even during difficult economic times. My office oversees 13 million acres of state-owned lands that develops everything from oil and gas development to alternative energy sources. And it's helped provide meaningful careers to so many people in different communities of our state. I've worked hard to help our military veterans. I happen to have served in our nation's military myself, and I consider this an important job where we've streamlined veteran services and honor those who have honored us with the highest possible role that there is in our nation, and those are our members of our military. But beyond this, I've tried to lead by example. You may recall the mass shooting in El Paso in the Walmart of summer of 2019. I was the first Republican in the nation to call out white nationalism and its targeting of the Hispanic community. I've continued to encourage that our party, the party of Lincoln, needs to do a better job to welcome more Hispanics into the fold. Pero nos queda mucho trabajo. Me comprometo a poner de mi parte. Con líderes como Congressman Hurd y Congressman Díaz-Balart, seguiremos luchando por los hispanos y demostraremos que los principios conservadores son principios de hispanos también. Es un honor para mí recibir este premio. I thank the Latino Leaders Network, and I appreciate you letting me speak to you today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. May God bless you. May God bless the state of Texas. May God bless the United States of America.
Congratulations once more to our honorees, Commissioner Bush and Congressman Hurd. Thanks also to Ileana Ros-Lehtinen and Mario Díaz-Balart for guest remarks. And of course, we are always grateful to our sponsors for their support. They make it all possible. We will end the program with a promo reel for our book and curriculum guide, Latino Leaders Speak, featuring past honorees, complete with online learning activities free of charge at LatinoLeadersNetwork.org. Please go to our website to learn more about future events. Thanks for joining us.
More and more of America's school children are Latino, 25% nationwide and growing fast. There is a need for Latino role models, inspiring heroes, and outstanding leaders in the classroom. The Latino Leaders Network and the California Global Education Project have partnered to make a unique curriculum guide. It will engage students to learn about the powerful stories of Latino leaders in contemporary society.
These stories inspire us to be better members of our community, our nation, and the world.
Our goal is to inspire the next generation of leaders from high school to early college.
Help us get the word out to educators. Let them know of this valuable new resource and urge them to get it into our classrooms. And it's all free of charge.